Good morning, YouTube, or good evening, wherever you are in the world at the moment. I'm back here with another video. It's been a few days since I last uploaded a video, or at least recorded a video. We just had yesterday 2 videos coming out, but those were actually recorded a few days ago. It's just been very hot here in my country, and I haven't really felt like being in front of the computer. But now I'm back here and I have a very special video for you. This video should come out on Thursday, which means that you still have one more day to get Felicia copies if you want her. Now, let me just get something straight here. Felicia exclusive 0, you should definitely skip her if that is the only copy you can get. If you can get Felicia only exclusive 0, then you should skip her. If you can get her to exclusive 1, it's a 50-50 if you want to skip her or not. She adds some survivability to your team, but she doesn't add too much. It's not game breaking, okay? Exclusive 2, lots of survivability to your teams. Can be nice in PvP and PvE, but you need exclusive 3 if you want her to be viable and do damage. With that said, I've actually got her to exclusive 3 now, with some luck, and you can see here my pulls here. I went with Sutur, Blaze, and then Felicia, then Sutur, Freud, Felicia, and then Kratos and Felicia. So as you see, I went to pity twice, and I started at 450 to the first pity, right? So, and then I purchased 1 copy from the event, the ice skating event. But I was very lucky to get her here yesterday without recording the video, obviously, because that is always when I get the luck somehow. And I was 2 away from the pity, and I knew that I could not get 150 miracle shards. Like, it wouldn't happen without using a lot of money, okay? So I was very lucky. I went to pity here on that one and got her. So today we're gonna test her at exclusive 3 in PvP and PvE to see how she performs. Obviously I used her a bit yesterday, so I know that she is very good, but I want to showcase it. Right, so her stats for me is like this. I have her in a double devour set. I have around, you can see my speed there. Attack is 60k and above. My crit rate and my crit damage is higher than my Marie stats, so that she is immune in PvP. That is the only reason you want to have her crit damage and crit rate to be the highest on the team, is to get the moisture buff, so that you are immune to CC. Okay. If you don't care about PvP and you don't care about being immune to CC and you only want her for PvE, you can give her whatever stats you want. You don't have to worry about crit damage or crit rate, okay? It's her passive, it's only for the crowd control thing, okay? So, very nice. Now for aura, I'm still running a boss slayer aura. It's almost level 20 and I got it to 5 stars. So just to show you that, you can, if you want, you can go with versatility aura. But I think this one is just so expensive. I'm not building this one here. I only have it on Giselle. Everyone else has other auras. I'm also building a skill master aura on Nikki at the moment, and I also need rune 9. That's also very expensive. So I just think there are too many good expensive auras that I still want to build on my account. So I went with a boss slayer. It's decent. 3, 4, and 7 are pretty easy to get. So pretty cheap. Now let's test her out in PvP and PvE. This is the first time I actually logged on today. I just logged on like 5 minutes ago, so I'm not too sure where we can actually test her. We can maybe test her here in Ultimate Trial. Let's see here if we can put her into one of the teams. We can just see here with the Marie team perhaps. Let's do a test here to see how much damage she's doing. And then we can just swap her out, and I guess we can just swap her out on the teams, right? So the direct damage team here is doing 26 billion and she's doing 30 billion damage. So what we could do is actually try and swap Marie here just to see what happens, to see if she can be a solo DPS. And this team here, in case you don't have Marie, right, we want to see how much she can do without that. And obviously we can already see here that she's not doing a lot of damage compared to Marie in a short fight, right? You only have 10 boss turns, so it's a lot about burst damage, and Felicia is not about burst damage. She is about gathering, like ramping up her damage, right? Now we can also test her in Tower of Mark here to see if she can solo the tower. If we remove everything here, Also the pet. Let's see if she can remove, she can solo the tower here. She can solo the tower, it's no problem, okay? So if this is your only character and you for some reason still can't manage to do stage 30 here, you can solo the red tower, it's no problem for her. Now let's look in faction habits here. She is from the Nameless Brotherhood. And let's see if she's doing any damage here. She's doing a lot of damage actually now. She's very, very good here in this team here. And I just want to see if maybe can she solo this here with a pet. She cannot solo, so I don't think she has the sustain. If I put a unicorn pet, no. What about the healing pet? Okay, she cannot solo. She doesn't have the sustain. She's not getting enough healing quality. Let's see if we put it like this here with a henge to protect her. Nah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work too great. Let's put a Timmy in. With a Timmy and a henge and this guy here and the pet, we can do it. Let's try and remove the pet. Let's just say you don't have a pet or you have the poison pet. Maybe you can do it still. We can still do it. So now she can 3-man it. With DC, you can remove henge here and see if we can do it just with Timmy. We can do it just with Timmy. So that's very nice. It means she's very strong. She just needs like just a tiny bit more to help her stay alive. So Timmy and Felicia can do it duo here on Brotherhood faction 30. Okay, so very nice. And she couldn't do that at exclusive 0, 1 and 2. That's for sure. We do have a dungeon run here, but I'm not really gonna do a dungeon for her. Now we could do not Spire of Fate, that would be kind of pointless. We could do a let's see actually in Wuthering Coast here in the internal injury team. Is she doing any damage here? We can compare it to Indra, Tyrell and Murinjing. And you can see here, she's not really doing a lot of damage still. I must admit, it's kind of disappointing still, but yeah, and you saw my stats, they're pretty good stats, but she's doing the same damage as Tyrell, basically, so yeah, and she's still doing half damage of Indra here, and my Indra is shit. And so damage-wise, in PvE at least, on boss fights, it doesn't seem too great. Let's see the Ludi boss, which one is it today? Let's just see. It is actually the internal injury boss today, so that is quite nice. Let's see if we can we do something here? Let's see if we can do something interesting here. You can see she's doing a bit of damage here. Just gonna do a few attempts here. Let's see what happens. Let's just do one more to see if we can get more damage here. And you can see on this one here, she's doing about the same damage as Indra. So let's see here. That didn't go really that nice, did it? So let's see what people. Yeah, you can see here people are using some other teams. People are actually using like Jubei. Jubei seems very strong. Kratos seems very strong. He is in that team. You can see it here. And did I have a Diano? I have a Diano here. I don't know why I'm not too sure why my damage is so low actually. Like 153. I've never been so low before. Okay, I don't understand that. We might have to fix something after, but we'll see after the video what happened there. Normally I'm around 40-45 on my internal injury team, just because my Indra is very bad, but perhaps I did something wrong on him. But anyways, you can see here that Jubei is still used. Jubei is a lot better, Kratos a lot better. Even Xiaojun and Tyrell is being used ahead of Felicia. Nobody really is using Felicia except for Faye here. He is using her. So that's great, but he's using Xiaojun instead of Tyrell, so maybe I need to do that. And yeah, you can see here she's not really to be found in the top here. It's the same with this one here. Kinda lame, Xiaojun, Felicia. You know what? Let me just try and set that team 1 second. And I'm back here. Let's see how much damage we can do now, if we can improve our rating here. And the internal injury, I don't really care about it too much, to be honest. It's always been one of my weaker ones, especially because my Indra, as you can see, I didn't even give him any breakthrough materials, and I haven't looked at his gear for a year or something like that. Because I think he's very boring. I don't really like him. He is kind of boring to me. But here you can clearly see that now I'm top 44. I'm actually happy with that. That is fine for me. So I'm gonna leave it at like that. So definitely very good there also, but there are stronger options than Felicia, that is for sure. That is for sure. Now, let's go into where I think she will shine, and that is the PvP area. Classic arena and stuff like that is where she is going to shine a lot. So let's try her against someone that is strong. Let's take Dark Broly here. I have had some few fights here with him in the last couple of days. A very nice guy, very strong player from French community, I think. So let's see if we can beat him here and see how much damage Felicia is gonna do at the end of the fight here if I can win it. There are no guarantees obviously that I'm actually winning this fight here, but once she's adding to the Marie team here and exclusive tree, it's actually her extra like damage inside the Apsara window. So you have both Marie using her exclusive ability to put in the extra attack buff, then you also have Felicia getting some extra attack buff, and you have a lot of damage going into the Apsara window. That is the kind of main point of using them together. Here you can see someone using Muringjing, which obviously we are countering. If you look at Muringjing, he should have 1 defense. He has, so it means he doesn't do any healing. So he's kind of a wasted spot on the enemy team. You can also see how much damage they're taking. And on the enemy team, they are missing an Erato. Now, my Erato is merely there just to stop the attacks from doing more than 25%. That is basically the whole purpose of Erato here in this team, is that enemies cannot hit you for more than 25% the first time, which is very strong, obviously, especially because Niki's buff is 33 and 66%. So obviously that is 33% that you'd be able to, that you'd need to take in damage before you proc the first one, right? So having a Erato that stops that means you have to be hit twice before you actually can remove the buff of the first tier. Yes, but here you can see the damage of Felicia is very nice actually in PvP. Very nice, actually doing more damage than my Marie. And they have pretty similar stats, actually just 1% between them in crit damage and crit rate. So I just capped Felicia just a tiny bit more, but Marie does have 6k more attack. So, but Felicia is missing a blessing, and I'm kind of thinking of maybe putting in attack blessing just to give her 3000 more attack. But that is very nice. Now, let's see if we can find other people here that are pretty good. Mobitse is also a very good player, and after this we can also test on our friend list. We have some strong players there and in the guild. We also have Bushido players who are among the top PvP players here in the game, so easy for me to test out new stuff against some of the very best players here. But here you can see we are absolutely smashing Mobitse, and it's a mirror except for Muringjing, and I have Erato, so I suggest people just remove Muringjing and then put in Erato instead. If you can do that, that would be better for everyone. So if you take anything from this video, it is that you should probably remove your Muringjing if you are coming up against someone with a exclusive tree. Felicia here you can see also Gurumaki, a very strong player. Let's see how if we can beat him. We should be able to beat him, but let's see what happens. Here you can see my Nikki procs both the Marie and the Felicia actually on her first ability, which is great obviously, and you can see here that they're already low health, so everyone is just dying very, very fast, which is just it's just brilliant, right? Because what I do is I tend to just play on auto actually. Normally I just go in like this here, put my team, do the this one up here so it doesn't use my diamonds, and then just let it go in the background. Don't really care about winning or losing, but I am winning most of my fights. You can also see it here on my defense log. And I think my defense team is this one here. Yes, I've set this team as my defense team. And you can see my pet here. It's a 2-star unicorn pet, okay? I'm working on this unicorn pet. I want to have it to 5-star, obviously, but at the moment it's only 2-star, which means that I don't even have the full capabilities of that pet yet. And you can see someone like Jamie here and Darktis Ultra has actually tried to farm me for some time. Let's see about Jamie here. Let's see, Jamie. Yeah, so Jamie Dempsey, very strong player, and he also tried to kill me. Now, Darksis Ultra, let me see if... okay, he gave up, like he's trying... Darksis Ultra, which is the old Nakiri account, definitely trying out some stuff here. He is feeding me points while trying to beat my team, and if you're watching this video... Yeah, okay. Well, if you're having fun, as long as you're having fun, that's fine. But I think you've used a lot of time to try and beat my team when I don't really care about it too much. But it's okay, mate. It's okay. So it's fun. We have a fun fight, me and him, back and forth. And the ones that I do lose, like this one here, I can just retaliate him. And actually, we can try see if he found a solution to beat me here. Let's find out about that. Video is already 15 minutes long anyway, so we need to end it up very soon here. Otherwise, you guys are gonna fall asleep soon. But I think you can see that Felicia Exclusive 3 is definitely very good in PvP. And she definitely works, right? So you wanna have her Exclusive 3 if you wanna, like, min-max in PvP for sure. Okay? And I think we're also gonna need her for some PvE content in the future. I'm pretty sure of that, because if you remember, back then, like Jingle Bell and Marie, everyone told like Marie is bad, Jingle Bell is still better, all of that kind of stuff. But it took a few months to Marie for actually starting to become better, right? And we get some synergies like Apsara, then you got Nikki, then you got other heroes that are synergizing with Marie, and all of a sudden Marie is just that powerhouse of a unit, right? So I think definitely Felicia will have some kind of spot in PvE at some point. Developers just need to give us some like Arcane Gem or maybe a new hero that can help Felicia do all her full potential. So I think her problem is that she's kind of acting like a direct damage dealer, but she's doing internal injury damage, which is great. But in most of the PvE content, the stuff, like the buffs that you get, is for the dot damage part of the internal injury damage and not a direct damage. So she'd need someone with an attack buff, stuff like that. Actually, now before the video ends here, right, I'm actually thinking about it. In Liuli here, if we take some team like this here in consideration, there's really nothing that buffs her, right? Like, there's no attack buffer here in the team. There's no one that like gives her more direct damage, like the Nordic buff, or I don't even think we have a feebleness or tenacity debuff here. So all of those things will obviously make her do more damage over time if we can add that, because these guys here are mostly focused on just like the dot damage part, right, and not the direct damage part. So you are missing a lot of buffs, and Indra is not an attack dude, he is for defense. Muringjing is also defense. Xiao Jun is attack obviously, but you can see what I mean, right? So the team is not really made for Felicia to do damage, and the buff is not really made for her to do damage either, especially in Wuthering Coast. So yeah, I think that is it. I think you guys understand that Felicia Exclusive 3 is super strong, and you should definitely get her if you can get her to Exclusive 3. Maybe now, maybe in the future, if you can get her. She's super strong. Okay, let's end it off here by doing a championship match here against Calandra. Game over. And let's see if Felicia can do something interesting here in this game here. Let's just do like this. And we're gonna go, should we mirror it? We can try and mirror it. Should we try and mirror it? Let's try mirror it. So we're gonna mirror this one here and end off the video with a mirror fight against another team with basically the same team. She's just using Beatrix, where I'm using my Muringjing. And I think I'm gonna lose this one here because Muringjing is not really adding anything because he's not healing. So, but it's just to show like what can Felicia do here. Let's see if she can maybe do something clutch here. Let's see if we can kill some. Oh, we don't have Apsara. I just realized we don't have Apsara here. So what I was talking about before is that in the Apsara window you can add a lot of damage, and we don't have that here, but looks actually like we're winning. Maybe we are winning here. They don't have Apsara either, so Erato comes here. Let's see what happens here. So yeah, we lost that one. That's not good. But anyways, let's just end the video here and say that Felicia Exclusive 3 is a fantastic hero. I hope you have a great evening, a great morning where you are, and see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.